My poem, Pandemic Virus, dedicated to pristine world, free of all biological weapons of mass destruction. Pandemic viruses have always been alien, from Trojan war to the wars in Egypt and Israel. They used to be shelled on victims using flying angels, following partisan gods' command to smote ancients, reappeared for crusades and world wars as biotech. Now they can be shelled from CIA missiles and drones, or by free-flowing diplomats in evangelic missions, or churches giving away free infected needles, or royal institutes specializing in pandemic kernel, or pharmaceuticals shipping contaminated vaccines. They are invisible, irrespective of genetic level, yet they can bring down havoc unthinkable, as AIDS, SARS, swine flu, Zika, and plagues, injecting fear, creating worldwide scares, using UN and WHO for strategic disinformation, become instruments of war of devastation, strengthen authority of Vatican's monarchical wisdom, delegated through diplomats of Holy See, ESMOM, and Red Cross, enriching pharmaceuticals, GlaxoSmithKline, Roche, and Baxter, distributors, ATCC of USA, LGC Standard, and Oxitec of England. Pandemic virus is trace-free mechanism for population control that expedites Zionists' new world vision, spreading propaganda of elusive information, using ancient prophecies for modern justifications, blaming helpless animals, birds, and being invisible, who cannot protest against lies of sophistication. Throughout history, pandemic viruses had been ammunitions of racist wars inflicting global holocausts, defining ancient world as the third world, leveling population distribution with selective annihilation for the benefit of the coined first world domination. Poems by Kolki. Origin of viruses. We are often helpless in our knowledge about our world despite technological advantage. The origin of viruses is unclear because they do not form fossils. So molecular techniques have been the most useful means of investigating how they arose. These techniques rely on the availability of ancient viral DNA or RNA, but unfortunately most of the viruses have been preserved and stored in laboratories are less than 90 years old. Comment. That is almost the time modern virus production in laboratories started in France, Russia, Germany, and England. But plagues can be caused by sending pestilence had been mentioned both in Homer's Iliad, approximately 600 BC, and biblical texts, approximately 200-300 BC, where alien gods were sending pestilence against God's native human enemy. So we must think twice before blaming poor rats for the plagues, and must be extra vigilant to hunt down real rats hiding behind the expensive government and private biotech labs. The description of Apollo in Iliad 1.213 as the one who strikes from afar, where the gods sent a destructive plague into the Achaian camp by shooting arrows from his silver bow. 1.48-51. Apollo plagued his opponents with pestilence. And here is Biblical Yahweh. Quote, and if you go against me and will not listen to me, I shall heap 7 times more plagues on you for your sins. I shall send pestilence among you. Unquote. Here is biblical God again against the Egyptians. Quote, he unleashed against them his hot anger, his wrath, indignation, and hostility, a band of destroying angels. He prepared the path of his anger. He did not spare them from death, but gave them over to the plague. Unquote. July 072017. Here is modern big pharmaceuticals against the humans. Live avian flu virus placed in Baxter vaccine materials sent to 18 countries. LGC Standard UK, ATCC USA, and Oxitec England have been spreading the world with genetically modified mosquitoes and fruit flies. Food for thought for all world citizens. God bless our world to be free from genetically modified bacteria and viruses created by high-tech and biotech firms around the world.